So there's the conversation seems to continually come up about online influence. Any ideas about influence? And there are things like Clout and other sites that are trying to calculate how much influence different people have in social media and the online world. What do you think about influence? I mean, is it Lady Gaga with millions of followers on Twitter, or is it somebody that has a smaller group that they actually can influence them to do things or take action? Or what are your thoughts about influence?
Well, with influence comes having responsibility, and I think that really lies in between, as far as the number of followers that you have, and what you're putting out there, and how you're focusing that, and how you're framing that. But you do have to be cautious, because again, with the responsibility, if you steer people in the wrong direction, they're going to remember that. So you may be influential at this point in time, but a couple of weeks down the road, not so much.
Any words of wisdom for companies that are maybe hesitant to get into social media? I mean, have you seen success stories where there has been a positive ROI of being involved in social media, whether from sales or customer service or anything like that?
Well, I think at the very least, it's just another avenue to engage with your customers and your prospective customers, and get the word out there on what it is you do. But I think that you can't be doing a hard sell with social media. You have to do it in a very respectful, a very subtle way, because if you beat people over the head with that, I don't think that it plays well at the end of the day. Which initially, when people got into social media, whether it was back in the MySpace days or the early Facebook days, people weren't sure exactly what to do with this, and they, people who are the big internet marketers kind of took a pretty heavy-handed approach, and sometimes I think subtle is a little bit better. And if people are interested in what it is you do, they'll find out, they'll learn about it. You don't necessarily have to hit them over the head, informing them with information that might relate to whatever your trade or your business is, and getting that out there, and then other people, of course, spread the word. I think that that's a good avenue to take with that as well.
Any companies or groups on Facebook that you think are doing a really good job? Any favorite pages or companies?
I mean, I've always enjoyed, what Peter Shankman does with it. He does a thing called Help a Reporter Out, and he has really embraced social media as far as, getting the word out there on opportunities. So I think where you can find niches to focus on things, that's always going to be important. I mean, even before social media, if your focus was on a niche, it was always an important thing, and it could be rather lucrative.
Yeah, good. Well, Paul, I appreciate your time and your perspective, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
All right, thanks.